I'm about to sell almost 20,000 pieces of cactus. And in a few minutes, I'll be almost $100,000 richer. Pause. Why do I have so much cactus? Who am I selling it to? And what am I going to do with all this money? A few weeks ago, I decided to start playing on this public Anarchy server. The protected spawn area has shops, ender chests, and free loot. However, on the rest of the server, it's every man for himself. The strongest players use money, violence, betrayal, and any other tool at their disposal to get ahead. And I don't want to be constantly fearing for my life, so I'm going to have to learn how to do that too. So after grabbing some free stuff from spawn, I randomly teleported into the wilderness to look for a good place to get started. Oh, that's a smudge on my monitor. I thought it was a name tag. Oh, there's a portal up there. After finding a nether portal just sitting around, I used nether travel to get a lot farther out. I had to be careful though. This is a lifesteal server, so falling off a cliff or dying to a player will set me back a lot farther than just losing my gear. After a long journey though, I was unscathed and hadn't seen anyone else along the way. By the time I had finished digging my initial layout underground, I had come up with a plan. This server has an economy where players can buy and sell items using in-game currency. For example, a netherite ingot goes for around $50,000, and things like spawners, hearts, and gear go for much more. Sugarcane sells for $9 a piece, or $576 per stack. Which might not sound like a lot, but if I build a big sugarcane farm, it would be more than enough to get me started. But this also meant more digging, so... I have a problem. It looks like hopper minecarts won't work on the server. Oh no. Oh no. I could work around this problem, but the issue there is that it would require a lot of iron. Like, way more iron than I can reasonably get my hands on. So I scrapped the sugarcane idea and decided to farm something else instead. I settled on cactus because the farms don't require any redstone and are very scalable. They need a lot more space than what I have right now though, so it was time for more digging. I'm pretty sure my finger has fused to my mouse, but I finally finished the room for the first cactus farm. It was really annoying to build, but I finally finished it and decided to AFK for a while before doing anything else. Alright, so I've AFK'd the farm for 2 hours, and... Alright, so 4 3/4. My rates were about what I expected, so now it was time to expand the farm. I quickly renovated the old sugarcane room and got to work. So far, I've built a total of 5 layers of cactus farms. I plan to have a total of 15, spread out across 3 rooms. But first, I'm going to AFK the ones I have to figure out how much I can make in 1 hour. The hour is up, and after selling all the cactus, my total profit comes to about $3,500. This means that when I'm finished building, I'll be making about $10,000 per hour. So, not bad at all. First though, I want to do some work on my base. Yes, I know it'll be stupid if it ends up getting griefed, but I'm really bored with Cactus right now. After a little sprucing up, I'm ready to get back to work. Since I don't have efficiency 5 or a beacon, this is taking longer than I want it to. But I don't have a ton of options at this point, so I pressed on. Okay, I've been mining for hours and I really need a better pickaxe. First though, I'm going to need a pretty good amount of iron for hoppers. I'm also running low on coal, wood, and sand, so I'll need to get those too. I randomly teleported out into the wilderness hoping to find a cave. It's way too quiet, bro. Like, I don't know if it's because I turned my music off or what, but I mean, I don't know. Oh, someone did Crystal PvP over here. Dude, what is this? Unlucky bud, this base is very Sigma. Wait, someone died here. I think that might have been a heart lying on the ground. I'm not sure though. No, nothing looked out of place. But the whole time I was wandering around, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. Dude, that armadillo scared the shit out of me. After one of the most unsettling experiences in my Minecraft career, I had everything I needed, so I got back to work. Currently, I have 2 farms with 5 layers each, so I'm 2/3 of the way done. But the slow mining was just killing me, so I opened up my ender chest to see what I could do. I enchanted a netherite pickaxe with efficiency 5, unbreaking 3, and all the other good stuff. Time to test it out. I mean it's a little better. I needed to finish the farm, so for the next few hours I held down the left click button and put on some music. But from the time I started until the moment I fell asleep that night, I still couldn't shake the feeling that somebody was watching. The next morning, I logged on expecting to find my base burnt to the ground with all my hard work gone. But thankfully, it was completely untouched. Everything was exactly where I had left it the previous night. I shook myself off and started putting the final touches on my cactus farm. With the farms all up and running, I now had a solid source of income. I was making enough to buy my way to 20 hearts and have a couple extras sitting in my ender chest. I also bought a few more toys that I won't reveal just yet. I spent the next few days on the server working on my base, and it's coming along pretty well. There's just one problem left. I need to get dripped out. I made a little netherite room in my base and got to work upgrading some armor I had lying around. Just one more thing though, I also want to have a trim on my armor. I have the money to buy a couple off the auction house, but I'm saving that money for later. $100,000 for a silence trim. I don't think that's worth it. So I went off to find a shipwreck. Maybe if I RTP, I will find... Okay, this is not what I wanted to find. Okay, there's one. Oh, nice. I got an armor trim. Alright, I think coast looks good enough. Alright. Bit check, everybody. I think it looks snazzy. But, I don't know, leave a comment or something if you think it looks horrible. But this armor, I am not going to wear all the time, because I am very paranoid about being jumped. Alright, so I have my good pair of armor, and I don't know, it's not going to be very hard to make a sword. And would you look at that? I've been playing on the server for 33 hours, which is just about 100 Minecraft days. So that feels like a good place to stop.